Hey y'all, it's your boy Lucas William Antle. Hey. Oh yeah. Well, anyways, thanks for having me though. I must say, to say the least, like I always do. Oh yeah. Um, since it's getting closer to Christmas, so I will tell you a story that that will pretty much have you pretty much laughing your way all the way to the hospital, telling the doctor, "Doctor, I just busted my laughing box." Oh yeah. Oh my God, my daddy girl. I hope that don't happen to either one of you. You know what I mean. Well, anyways, the five of us, my brothers and sister, we got an invitation all the way to Glovertown, and you know who that invitation was from? Kevin Blackmore, aka Buddy, what's his name? Yeah, it was strange, wasn't it, to say the least? And last time, the last time I saw Kevin Blackmore was when I brought the 454 vehicle off of him, and he followed me after I bought that from him. Him and his sister brought that booba basket ride machine there, and after that, after seeing those booba baskets bust, Kevin Blackmore comes up to me and he was like, "That was my sister." I was like, "Well, that sums it up for sure." Well, anyways, a long drive. I don't know how many hours I lost count driving on the Trans Canada Highway. That's for sure, to get all the way to Glovertown, you know. And once my siblings finally arrives at Kevin Blackmore's place, Lord, jumping jingle bells, old man. Look how many brothers and sisters Kevin Blackmore has. You know how many, brothers and sisters there were in that family? 14. Yeah. Can you imagine that now? Yeah. There's Mrs. Blackmore, the mother, coming in the wheelchair, open up the door and says, "Oh, hey you! It looks like my son Kevin Blackmore has invited you to come to our Christmas party. Why don't you come on in?" And in my head, I was like, well, that makes sense now. He grew up in a goofball environment. Oh, and by the way, since we're here, Mrs. Blackmore, where is that booba basket ride that your sister was into? The one that your son Kevin Blackmore made and brought it all the way to Frenchman's Cove. Uh huh. Yep. And so once we get in there, there is a whole lot of chefs in there. My goodness gracious, man. Um, hmm, the brother who swung Kevin's dog Patsy round and around and around. I saw him, and pretty much to say the least, he he was trying to get the barbecue to blow up in badness. He did. Yeah. Yeah, there's the mother going,
Hey, Kenny! Kenny! Get your hands out of that barbecue! Don't you blow that barbecue up!
my goodness gracious, there's Kevin Blackmore there saying, oh, hey, mother, is everything okay?
Hey, Kevin, keep an eye on Kenny and make sure he doesn't blow up the barbecue and doesn't blow all of our frizzies off.
Okay, Kevin Blackmore says. My goodness gracious. Yeah, we were all around at the dinner table. Yeah, and we were laying out all the food on the table and everything else. And Kevin's sisters pretty much, oh my goodness, made the most delicious foods laid out all on the table. And and they made also my favorites. Yeah, they made all the fanciest Dijon ketchups there is in the household. Hey? Oh yeah. And all of a sudden, pretty much after getting to know all of them and everything, and there's Kevin saying, well, I'm glad you Antle brothers and sisters came over and saw all of my 14 brothers and sisters, and plus my mother in the wheelchair, eh? Is she just like me, Lucas? And I was like, well, Kevin, to sum it up, I kind of get where you get the goofiness off of. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My goodness. Uh, and before we leave to go back to my hometown and everything, um, out of nowhere, there's the fire alarm going, beep, 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 beep. And Mrs. Blackmore's like,
Where in the world is that sound coming from?
she's wheeling her way all the way to the kitchen, and out of nowhere, there's Kevin Blackmore's brother. He burned up the dessert in the oven. And then mother, aka Mrs. Blackmore, she goes,
Yeah.
and I looks at my brothers and sister and was like, oh, guys, we better get out of here. Uh, Bye bye, Kevin Blackmore. Great food we had at your family supper.